You're listening to the Impact Implosion on the Angry Marks Podcast Network.
Welcome everybody to the Thursday edition of the Impact Implosion. As always, my name is Seth Draken, and with me is Mike Poland.
Hello everyone. It's probably already left by now. Cut the music. But how are you doing this week, Seth?
I'm doing a little okay. I don't have to work tomorrow, thankfully. So, anyways, this episode will be called And Then There Were Five.
And then there were five.
Yes. 5 people left in... Well, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We got some news. First of all,
right.
Big news. Devon will not be in TNA anymore.
Oh, what will become of the TV title?
I don't know, but his contract expired and he is not renewing.
Oh, my brother. Unemployment.
And let's see, other news. King Mo will be at Bound for Glory.
Accompanied by Sir Mabel.
We've got a little bit of news. 2 men were arrested after stealing the TNA Championship, their heavyweight title. Yep, 2 men stole the belt.
Oh, I remember. I shoved it up my ass.
But luckily, the belts were returned and recovered. So we don't have to have the awkward moment of Austin Aries coming out with no belt, which would have been very awkward.
Awesome.
And finally, we have a little bit of news on, let me see, where's that story again? Where is that story? Oh yeah, TNA is bringing in a midget.
Another one.
No, this time it's Eric the Midget from the Howard Stern show. He'll be doing what will he be doing? Oh yeah, he will be doing the pay-per-view analyst for TNA Today, the online series.
Because Jeremy Borash is too busy.
Basically. So yeah, midgets. TNA hires them. And last week, Impact had probably one of its best ratings out there, with a 1.06. No,
All right. They got a good rating.
Yeah. Got a really good rating. Anyways, we gotta talk about the Impact show.
Ever wonderful. Actually, pretty good this week.
Oh, wait a minute, I got that wrong. The August 23rd Impact viewership. That had I believe a 1.1, actually. So it was what is that again? Yeah, a 1.1, sorry. Trying to read some stuff. 1.15.
All right.
So yeah, even though it was a crappy episode of Impact, it was actually good. It was ratings-wise good, so catching up, TNA. So let's begin this Impact recap. We recap with last week's brawl that Austin Aries got beat up with. And we start off with Aries coming to the ring. He says Aces and Eights deserve some credit. They pulled out all the stops and fooled everyone. And people are asking him what he will do now. And then Aries said, you may have smashed my hand up, but you made
But you smashed the wrong hand.
Yep. Well, he's not medically cleared to wrestle. He doesn't need to be cleared to fight. And they smashed the wrong hand.
Ah, good reasoning. I love it.
He's left-handed, and you smashed his right one. Oops.
Yes.
Then he calls them out, but Hulk Hogan and Sting come out instead, and Hogan says he thanks Sting for running the show while he was gone, and there will be a bloodbath if Aces and Eights really want to mess with him and his family. Hulk tells them they are only here for support, and Aries can do whatever he wants. So Aries says he knows they want the same thing tonight. He doesn't care how it happens, but he wants one of the Aces in the ring tonight. Then we get the Aces and Eights guy, the leader. He says
Darth
he wants
Vader.
Yep, or Bane. He wants to thank Hulk and Sting for the opportunity and says they will be having a lot of fun, but they will still be doing things on their terms. And they actually come through with their promises before asking Aries how his hand is. And says that they'll find out what they're all about. We didn't get a match.
A very good match.
I wasn't really, I wasn't paying much to it. I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
But James Storm versus RVD.
Storm wins, of course, with the super kick because RVD stupidly taunts the crowd before he does a move.
Man, damn!
Super kick.
Hey, thanks RVD for your stupidity.
Yeah.
And then it's Madison Rayne and it's Madison. Oh yeah, we
All
got
right,
back.
I have a problem with this, and I
We're
want to
back-
start from the beginning.
Well,
I said I have a
backstage-
problem with this.
I know, but back
And that problem is that first off, we have Madison Rayne who comes out and says, I want my rematch for the Knockouts title, which she is entitled to because she obviously lost it 2 weeks ago. And then ODB, who hasn't been on TV other than this whole horrible Eric Young storyline for about the last 3 months
happened earlier.
going
again,
on, comes out and says she's going to take out Madison Rayne and squashes her in 15 seconds. Your former Knockouts champion is beat by someone who hasn't been on TV in like 3 months. And then, to make it worse, Eric Young returns. And by the way, ODB, if you're looking for Eric Young, send out a neighborhood watch. That might be more effective. Anyways,
before that, there was a segment with ODB calling Eric Young, looking for him in the bathroom, calling his cell phone.
she looked for him in the men's room.
Still waiting for her fried chicken. Jeez, was that big enough? Go get it your own.
I'm sure there's a KFC in Orlando somewhere. Go get it.
Yeah, seriously.
Anyway,
But-
EY shows up with the fried chicken in a very bad-looking suit.
And a small keg.
Yeah. And says, your husband's back and I brought the fried chicken. She's still mad at him. And says, you're not the man I married. In storyline, of course. And he eventually just strips down for no apparent reason.
Yep.
And everybody's happy, except the people that were actually watching the show.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to see Eric Young naked.
Yeah, we remember that from the stupid, and I say stupid, Tracy Brooks versus Eric Young bikini match.
Ugh, I tried. I think I've wiped that from my memory.
I couldn't.
I don't even think I was paying attention to that, but anyway.
Anyways, we have Sting and Hulk Hogan say they smell blood, but they need a small build-up, and Sting motions for someone to enter the office. He better see Hollywood as Daniels and Kazarian walk in. And
we skipped the AJ Styles segment.
AJ had a segment. What was that segment about?
He was talking about how he plans to finish off Daniels and Kazarian, and then, which that should have happened 3 months ago at least.
Yeah.
They had to involve Claire Lynch and all that shit. And then AJ says he's not worried about any of that right now, though, because he's got to try to clinch his spot in Bound for Glory by defeating Samoa Joe.
Yeah. Anyways, Daniels is like, dude, you can't fire us.
The champions.
We're tag team champions. We got ironclad contract.
And I have a drink.
People love us. Oh, and Daniels, yes, has the Appletini again.
I want Daniels to just become a drunk.
I'm going to call Christopher Daniels now Mr. Appletini. Because that is what he is.
He had an Appletini and an awful scarf.
Yep.
Looks like he stole something from Rick Martel's closet.
But anyways, Hulk Hogan says, we don't like you. And he'll give the orders, and he hopes they get their rear end kicked. But he says, you are going to have to defend the belts.
Likely no surrender, I would guess.
Yeah. And AJ still isn't done with you. Even though I thought...
Unfortunately, it's the feud that never ends.
Yep.
It just goes on and on, my friend.
It never ends. It just goes on and on, my friend.
Who started booking this? Was Russo still in TNA at the time? Maybe that's why it's still going. Because Russo didn't write a finish for it.
Yeah. I don't know. Probably he did. I don't know. But anyways, we had AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. And I think this was a good match.
It was.
Reversals.
A little short, especially with there only being 4 matches on the show.
Yeah, and this was basically ends up Samoa Joe reverses a armbar by AJ Styles
with a roll up.
Yep, roll up, pins him 1, 2, 3. AJ's eliminated from the tournament because that was his last match. So
alrighty.
AJ's free now.
He can go back to his never-ending saga with Daniels and Kazarian. Which, if they would have just had AJ and Kazarian in a feud, that would have been good and not involved Daniels in it at all.
Oh, yeah. But you never know.
Spectre of Claire Lynch and all that shit.
Oh, true. Then we got Jeremy Borath. Oh, yeah, we had a little preview of the gut check.
Gut check.
With the announcer saying that not really happy with how Chris Louis, which brings us to their actual ring moments. Chris Louis comes out. Louis says he gave his best, but he will only get better. Then JB goes to Taz for his... Oh, by the way, Chris Louis had his wife and kids there.
Yes, what better way to watch your husband and father's humiliation? Yeah.
Taz says he respects him, but he thinks he is not ready. Basically, but no. Then Bruce Pritchard says that gut check means you got to, or gut check, as he says.
That would have been much funnier if he would have done it in the Brother Love voice.
It means you need to dig down deep and impress them with your one chance you are given. He says Louis is living a dream, but he unfortunately needs to wake up because he is not ready. So his answer is no. With 2 no's, they don't even need to go to Al Snow. You're out.
Al Snow's opinion doesn't matter for once.
Yeah.
As if it ever didn't throughout his whole career.
Chris Louis shakes their hands and leaves. Then we get Joey Ryan who is in the crowd with
he stole Jimmy Hart's megaphone.
Yes, he did. And basically said, this competition's a joke. And then, when Al Snow's not looking, he throws a drink at him. And then runs through the crowd. Basically, Al Snow is trying to get... Oh, no. Bruce Pritchard tries to hold him back, but it's Bruce Pritchard, so he can't hold Al Snow back from running after him.
Yes.
Then we get Joseph Park returning We haven't seen him in a while.
From the garbage can from which he came.
Yep. He says hello to Sting and Hulk Hogan. Hulk says
he apparently wears the same clothes, too.
And Park says he did some research on Aces and Eights. He says they are guilty of multiple charges. No shit, Sherlock. And he wants to investigate them because they aren't right. Hulk thanks him for his help. And Park says he won't let them down and shakes Hogan's hand. Then Sting tells him to keep it between them and shakes his hand on the way out.
Yeah. Was Pope in the segment? What happened?
No, Pope wasn't in this segment.
Who was in the segment? Oh, Joseph Park. Okay. I skipped it, so I didn't see it. And our main event of the wrestling portion, at least, is Angle and Hardy.
And I think this was a good match.
Certainly was.
Both these guys needed a win.
And they fought like they needed a win.
Angle needed a win to at least probably, and some help to get into the Final Four. Hardy needed a win and another 2 wins so Hardy wins and Angle's eliminated. We then are introduced to our Final Four, our Final 5.
Huzzah!
Samoa Joe, James Storm, and Bully Ray join them, as also Jeff Hardy's already still in the ring. JB says that James Storm has a guaranteed spot in the Final Four, but Jeff Hardy will face Samoa Joe and RVD. Bully Ray will face RVD. Now, we'll get to the Bound for Glory series standings later, but we got our main event segment. Aries comes out to the ring, which he should have in the beginning be leading this attack against Aces and Eights. He is the World Heavyweight Champion, after all.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for Aces and Eights to get their asses kicked. Hulk Hogan and Sting come out to the ring with a group of wrestlers. Hogan then reemphasizes that they are only there for support, but they are all united and they'll have a bloodbath if Aces and Eights are who they say they are. Aries calls out Aces. They come through the crowd. Aries says to send someone in the ring. Hulk says they want a fair fight. He says he wants their best in the ring, so Aces and Eights sends, I believe, their leader, who's supposed to be their leader, the guy talking through most of it. And basically, he has 2 subordinates open the gate for him. When he gets in the ring, Aries beats the crap out of him. And this is a pretty big dude. Aries tries to remove this dude's mask, but the Aces and Eights come in. The other wrestlers come in to basically hold off Aces and Eights while Aries tries to unmask the ringleader. Then another guy puts on a balaclava and hits Aries in the back with a... Bully Ray comes in to chase them off.
He hit him with a slapjack.
Oh, no, it's a flapjack.
Yeah.
Slapjack is Stevie Ray's
Softball quarters.
CW.
It's also something Stevie Ray. It's a pedigree, but anyway.
Yeah, Stevie Ray's old move. But yeah, it was a flapjack. They basically all run away, and everyone continues to fight as we go off the air. Better than last week's Impact, but still, I really didn't care much for it.
Okay, yeah, it was. RVD Storm was good, and Joe and AJ was good. ODB versus Madison Rain was stupid, and the main event was good.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a 2-hour wrestling show. You shouldn't just have 4 matches. But anyways, let's get to the Bound for Glory series, and my big problem with, if they said it, which I'm glad they didn't say it was top 5, because Jeff Hardy is not in the top 5. Jeff Hardy is actually number 6 with his win, since he has 49 and AJ Styles has 50. But Jeff Hardy can get into the Final Four with a win. Now, they didn't say Samoa Joe had clinched yet, so which I wonder why, because he has 61 points. Which no matter what, he gets in. So the only thing that happens if Jeff Hardy beats Samoa Joe is the loser of RVD and Bully Ray is eliminated because they're both tied with 55.
Right.
But basically, it was kind of strange how they worded it, but because it's completely different. It is actually different. And anyways, on Implosion, Bully Ray beat AJ Styles. He has 55 points. And AJ Styles is basically eliminated because he couldn't win his last 2 matches. So now we have next. I'm going to actually predict this right now. Jeff Hardy beats Samoa Joe.
All right.
Our main event will be Rob Van Dam, which is a winner go home.
And then James Storm will pick his opponent.
Yes.
Because he'll be the leader.
Yes.
Who will he face, though? Who will he pick out of that bunch?
Depends on who wins. I think if Bully Ray wins, he picks him. If Rob Van Dam wins, I don't know.
Yep.
Actually, I think Bully Ray is probably going to beat RVD. Because it'd make more sense, storyline-wise. And that means James Storm can pick his first opponent pretty easily.
And the last two will be, the two that will face each other later will be Jeff Hardy and RVD, right?
No, Jeff Hardy and Samoa Joe.
Which would mean...
Samoa Joe has clinched. These morons don't realize...
You think Aries will defend his title at No Surrender?
I don't think so.
I don't. You think Bobby Roode might be the leader of Aces and Eights?
No.
No?
No, Bobby Roode got attacked when Bobby Roode already got attacked by Aces and Eights, so no. It's not
Bully Ray?
Bully Ray would be more of a suggestion, would probably be more of an idea choice, but honestly... And they are somewhat signaling that with Bully Ray never getting attacked, but sometimes...
They did the same thing with James Storm now.
Yeah, they did. But honestly, James Storm... You knew James Storm was... But they were more subtle about Bully Ray not ever getting attacked. They were more subtle about it, even though they said they were...
They would bail out before Storm would even hit the ring.
Yeah. They were more subtle about it with Bully Ray, not James Storm. James Storm, they were not subtle about it, so you knew it wasn't James Storm.
Right.
So maybe it is Bully Ray, and that would actually be an interesting twist if Bully Ray is actually the leader of a heel stable. And it would give credence to the whole fact that Bully Ray is basically TNA wants to put him as the top heel.
Right, yeah.
Anyways, before we go tonight, do you have anything to sell?
I have plenty to sell, and you know what? For my friend Wrestle in the chat, I'll go with this one first. September 15th, Body Slam Wrestling Organization back in Elmwood Park, Elmwood Park, New Jersey. And on the show will be The Preacher versus Glenn Ulrich, as well as Ray Mars, Nunzio, and Marco Dillinger for the what title is it? United States Championship. I haven't seen any BWO in a long time, so I don't know. And and Magic will battle Richie Rotten, and much more. Excellent. And also coming up tomorrow night, or by the time anybody listens to this, will be IWE's return to Fairfield, Maine, featuring main event of Eddie Edwards from Ring of Honor against Mark Moment and Fans Bring the Weapons. 6-man tag featuring Tenacious 2 versus and Frankie Flash versus Ricky Williams and Towers of Pain. And just signed will be Team Heart and Soul versus the 203's finest from Connecticut, Lucas Sharp and JT Dunn. Gino Martino defends his IWE title, plus a whole lot more. And then the next night, it's a Lay Station featuring Mistress Belmont to defend her to challenge for the women's title of IWE against Nadia Adriana, and a tag team title match featuring the Tenacious 2 and Towers of Pain, and much more. And September 22nd, NCWE, featuring Mr. USA Tony Atlas. And November 17th, again, NCWE in Bangor, featuring the main event of TNA Knockout, Madison Rayne versus Mistress Belmont, and much more. And that's all I've got for right now.
Interesting. Well, I don't have anything to sell, so we will see you all next week. This has been the Impact Implosion.